Good morning, guys. It is a chilly Saturday morning, and I'm off to the dentist. This is my first task on the day. Woke up early, actually late by normal standards. Rolled out of bed around 5:30, and Casey and I watched some of the downhill, men's downhill ski racing for the Olympics. U.S. men's team got 3 racers in the top 20, so that's exciting. One in the top 10 at number 10. But Switzerland and Italy completely crushed it. They owned all top 5 spots. But yeah, started the day off that. Had a little bit of coffee, and now I'm heading to the dentist for hopefully just a routine cleaning. I don't think that they're gonna find anything weird. We got some snow last night, like an inch or two, which I wasn't expecting. So that slightly delayed the morning and will make running slightly a nuisance. The greatest nuisance will be this fucking extreme cold that we have right now. It is going to be a real feel of minus 20 degrees. Let that sink in, because it hasn't sunk in for me yet. So my run later probably will not be with the dog, because that's insane, too insane for him. And I probably shouldn't even run. And in fact, I might not run. I might actually go on the bike today. This might be an indoor trainer day. Because why expose yourself to that? That's kind of unnecessary. Just to prove a point. I don't know. I'm on the fence. But exciting news, I applied for and got my first business credit card. Very exciting, because when I sign up for the PT Biz Rainmaker business coaching mentorship program, it's like $8,000, which is fine now that I understand the value of mentorship and coaching. But the beauty of owning a business is you can take advantage of some really cool credit card perks. And this one particular business credit card had an intro offer of 100,000 sign-on points if you spend $8,000 within the first 3 months. It's the Chase Inc. Business Preferred. Not an ad, not a promo, just telling you what I'm doing. I was going to spend the money anyway, so might as well get something free with it. So that's exciting. That should come in the mail sometime this week. So I will, I guess, talk more about that when it comes in, I suppose. But roads are kind of nasty right now, so I am going to pay attention to my drive and try to get to the dentist on time and in a safe manner. So I will catch up with you guys after the dentist. All right, we are back home from the dentist. Battery died on the GoPro, unfortunately, so did not film anything immediately after. But freaking two new cavities. I asked the dentist, I'm like, what's the deal, man? I brush, I floss, I use those like little toothpick flosser things like a couple times throughout the day. I use mouthwash. I was like, what's up with this? Why do I keep getting cavities? He didn't have a good answer, which wasn't comforting. But so I got to go back and get a little drill and fill, I guess, in a couple of weeks, which is frustrating. But I guess it is what it is. The plan, supposed to be running outside, but man, it is frigid out. The temps keep dropping. The wind is wicked down at the farm, and just really isn't a good weather for the dog to be out, or realistically me. So today is going to be relegated to the bike. We're biking it today on the indoor trainer, which I haven't done a Zwift ride in a very long time, since before Last Man Standing last year. So we'll see how that goes. I'll aim for probably about an hour long ride. But things to do today, or this weekend rather, since we kind of vlog on weekends. I want to start working on a blog. So I'm going to start typing up a couple of blog posts, just so I have those in the bank, so that when I start my website, I have content that I can just preload up there, so that I stay ahead of the game. What else? Content right out. All right, we are heading down to the farm. I got Waylon and I got Ollie, and we're gonna go plow, and then potentially get a workout in while I'm down there. I do have to lift today or tomorrow. It does not matter which day, but I have one more lift scheduled on the week. And then I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna type up some of that blog that I talked about. And then log a ride. So I was talking with Casey, and it doesn't seem like there's an easy way to post blogs to Instagram without creating a separate like blog hosting site. So because a website is realistically needs to be in the works soon, I will just write up really as many blog posts as I can, so that I have those in the bank to release as needed, so I can get ahead of the game, similar to like some of the other content that I have planned for Instagram Reels. I want to start doing some more talking head type posts, where it's just me, the camera, and I'm talking about some point. I enjoyed those. I enjoyed the one that I posted. It is not the most viewed one that I have, but that's okay, because I enjoy them and people did watch it. And I think maybe the different topics would be beneficial. But that is the dynamic plan for the remainder of the day. So let me get some content of, well, first, before we get content, let me get the plow truck going, and then we'll see about getting some content of plowing, some action shots. Woo! Great success. She started right up on the first rip. She's very cold though. There's the beast. And she's reading the reduced engine power. So I'm gonna let her run for several minutes, probably 5 or 10 minutes, while I sit here warm with the dogs, drinking my coffee. Should have brought my computer. I could have started typing up a blog. I could actually do it from the phone. And then I'll mess around with the whole shut off, turn it back over thing. Little tricks of the trade. For a broken truck that needs to be replaced. But that is above my pay grade decision making. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on some blogs. I'll touch base with you guys once I get back into the plow truck. Well, plowing was rather uneventful, so no clips there. The wind just kept blowing. So you really couldn't even see anything that I plowed. So I did a quick pass up and down the hill, and went and parked her. And so now we're gonna go back home and work on some blog posts, get some stuff Get some words on the screen. First blog post in the books. Working here on number 2. First one was just a little intro. Quick rundown on why the blog is even going to exist. So when the website gets built, and I can start releasing some blog posts, that first intro one will be obviously released first. So I'm just working on some additional posts to release each week once that is all up and running. But this is fun, actually. I'm really enjoying doing some targeted writing. So I'm probably going to do another couple blog write-ups now, and then probably going to read for a little bit or get the bike ride over with. I'm probably leaning actually towards bike ride so I can get that done and out of the way. Good Sunday morning, guys. It is a frigid -1 degree at the moment, and Waylon and I are heading down to the farm to feed the horses. They were put in the barn last night to get them out of the freezing temps, and we're gonna let the ducks and chickens out, give them some warm water, and then we are going to get a strength workout in. Looking at the programming, it looks leg centered, and then potentially going for a little run. We shall see. When the wind isn't blowing, it's cold. Don't get me wrong, it's very cold, but tolerable. I was out there in just a sweatshirt and sweatpants for a couple of minutes, and I've been in worse, so we might give this run thing a try. Waylon's amped up, I know that much. Super Bowl Sunday. We have a Super Bowl party that we're going to later. Casey's sister's family is hosting it, so we will be going over there later this afternoon. Otherwise, it's been a morning of watching some Olympics, women's downhill, with the tragic crash of Lindsey Vonn. That was tough to see, and thoughts go out to her and her family, and hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. It's just really unfortunate given the storyline and the magnitude of the event and everything that she has been through to get here. But let me get all these done, and I'll catch back up with you guys during the lift. Right, well, couldn't get a lift in because the door was frozen shut. Both along like the seam of the door and then down at the base, because as the snow has melted off the roof, it's dripped down to the overhang, and it sort of melted back and rolled back down along the base of the door. So the whole entryway is basically a frozen block of ice. That's redundant. And can't get the door open, so not able to lift. I did, however, run. Did our normal sort of short loop. Tough going, very cold. The snow drifts made it a little bit more difficult to get a consistent stride going, so pace was rather slow. But hey, got it done, got the miles in, got the body moving. I got a little bit of tightness through like my mid back though. So I'm gonna go when I get home loosen that up. But right now, driving back down to the barn and gonna bring the horses out so they can move around a little bit and be outside in the sun. The wind has died down quite a bit, so they'll be okay out there today.